like the UCLA game as an example?
Well, I think we've been playing, upbeat and well much of the season. You lose games, and the only way that you correct that is to win a game. So, but I mean, our players are working hard. We're doing a lot of good things. So, sometimes you analyze and you say, well, look at these crucial categories, offense, defense, fast break, out of bounds, you can come up with 10 categories. Many of the categories, we're playing at a high level. Just as an illustration, we're averaging 22 offensive rebounds a game. I don't know what that is nationally, but it's certainly best in the Pac-12 and might be one of the higher ones nationally. So, there are other categories that we could do better in, but we just have to work hard enough, and our kids are right there to get wins. We'll be okay.
What do you tell the girls for this weekend? What's the message that
Win. I mean, two big games. Washington State, who I wouldn't say is the surprise of the conference, but other than a buzzer beater, they'd be undefeated. And UW, which is one of our perennial arch rivals. So, two big games.
Do you ever look, you lost 6 straight games, but look back to last year and be like, at least we've made some progress this year. We're a lot better. We're still going forward.
Well, we have 9 wins, so that's a lot better. But no, yeah, we're a better basketball team, and our players know it. It's not something that we have to kind of, play a little shell game with them and say, hey, gee, you really are better. They know they're better, and they know that they have skill levels, and they're doing things. As I alluded to, the offensive rebounding that allows you to win games, and that's how we did win games. So, we had a rough run. 5 to 6 were on the road. This is making it easier. And I just hope that, a few weeks from now, I don't say 5 to 6 were at home and you didn't get good results. So, but things are beginning to swing in our direction.
How much easier is it just being at home?
I don't know. It's better. I mean, better they feel more comfortable. Better they're home. Better they just have a sense that they belong rather than traveling and showing up. Some of them for the first time. Oh my gosh, Los Angeles. Oh, Pauley Pavilion. I mean, everything's brand new for them. So it's a factor. I'd be the last one to say, like, on the road, that's bad and you're going to lose, and at home, that's great and you're going to win. I mean, you got to play hard, you got to do the right things, and, win the game.
Do you get the sense that the losing streak here is wearing on them at all? Or
I never had that sense, no. I mean, it didn't wear on us last year, so I don't know why we would be that way now. But there is always the obvious reality. You win a game or 2 or 3, and your players have a lot more bounce and activity to them, and you lose 3 games or more, and it's harder to have the bounce. But I don't sense any deep issue. I just think win a game.
As the competition's ratcheted up, are teams doing things to make Caitlin and Crochet take tougher shots?
I don't think so. I mean, the competition at Pac-12, and that's the beauty of this conference. It's a very good conference. I don't go counting national scales, but we've had 3 or 4 in the top 20, 25. So that's an indication that we're playing in the big leagues, and that doesn't include a team like Washington State that's 5-1. So I mean, or USC, I think, is 5-1. But I'm not the director of the Pac-12, so I don't give you all that background. But it's a very good conference, and our kids, are aware and need to play at that level, and they will.
Talked about UCLA and playing at that level, and we were talking with Danielle earlier about, she said you played 35 minutes of the 40 minutes. Is that a issue going into this weekend, do you think? Is there the effort or the urgency?
Well, I mean, yeah, we played good basketball at UCLA. faltered, unfortunately, in the category you just can't do. We broke down defensively, couldn't score offensively. Broke down defensively, couldn't score offensively. We would do that 3 or 4 times, and all of a sudden, wow, you got a 1-point game and you're on the road. So you always need to avoid that. But I would say UCLA is an example of good quality basketball that we're close to doing that and winning games.
Do you find this as one of the more interesting challenges of your coaching career, where you've got a team and looks like you've got all the pieces, but right now at least it's not quite coming together?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think I like that better than I know we don't have the pieces, and I'm saying, wow, like, we need a little smoke and mirrors here. No, we have good kids, we have good players, and I don't want to overstress that, because it's not like, they've really been disappointing, or 1 or 2 or 3 haven't really done their task or their job. I think they're all right in the mix, and they're doing well. And Julian Elaine is getting better week by week. So progress is, and that's picking her only. Progress is going forward. It's just we've had a tough run and played some tough teams.
I don't know how much of an analogy this might be, but a couple of years ago, Jim Moore took the volleyball team down to Los Angeles and beat a high-ranked UCLA team and USC. And I asked him about it afterwards. He said, no, he had no inkling that the breakthrough was about to take place, that it happened there. And I asked him why, and he said, well, they just got sick of losing. Is there something as a coach that you can do to precipitate that, or is that something that the team just has to fight their way through on their own?
Yeah, I don't know where to start with that one.
Well, it's a loaded question.
Yeah, I mean, we work every day to win a game. So we're working very hard, and been scheming for the last couple of days before practice with the coaches to come up with the best game plan to beat Washington State. I don't think we're at the point we're worrying about losses, and we're not at the point like, is this a breakthrough that we're now going to win 9 in a row? I mean, who knows? But none of that's can happen unless you go out and win a game. So that's what we're looking to do.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Katie and Chloe on the practice squad, and some of their behind-the-scenes work, their contributions to the day-to-day that maybe don't really go noticed on the court, and maybe they said that their practice field, their game day is practice day, and just
I mean, they're terrific kids. I mean, my tribute is always towards walk-on kids. They work hard. They don't get anything. They're not compensated, and yet they have all the same responsibilities. They have to be good students. They have to go to class. They show up. They practice. They usually don't play. So it's and they're 2 of the best kids we have as far as dedication to the team, as being young women who are a credit to this university. So it's its own reward. I mean, it's just another example that scholarship is a bonus. Being a student athlete without the scholarship is really the reward. I mean, it's really who you are. So they're a tribute.
How much do they help this team grow?
Oh, they're great. No, they're good. I mean, they're good players. I mean, it's not like, well, hey, would you 2 sit down because we want to get to real good practice. No, they're right in the thick of things. They're competent. They work hard. And, they help us in practice. They surely help us, not in practice, on the road and representing the University of Oregon. They're great kids.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thanks.